Genesis. So, the Genesis chain has been built for experimentation, and you know what? They have grown really well over the last few years. Obviously, in 2021, the building of the community with the XDAI combining has been massive. This is one that I think is obviously going to finally hit 4 digits in this bull cycle, and I'll explain why. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here, you don't know what the spreadsheet is, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these coins. These were coins that I expected were going to make me a ton of cash. And if you'd have done the same, popped $100 into each of them when I released the vids, and sat on the coins for about 16 months, you'd have sold at these prices, and this is what your profit would have been from all of them. If you'd put 100 into all 26, that's a $2,600 investment. That would have netted your profit of over 123 grand. Now, in under a year and a half, that's spectacular. It's a house. Now, I sold these. I do share the coins that I own on my website, which is copymycrypto.com. So whenever I find a coin that I think is going to make me a lot of money, I tell my members about the coin, the price that I'm buying it at, percentage of my cash I'm putting in. When I sell a coin, I do the same thing. I let my members know what coin I'm selling, what price I'm selling it at, and the members, again, can copy along. There is no work for the members at all. They make the exact same profit as me. If you go onto the site, you will see the profits that the members have made. This is why there are thousands of members on the site, is because they're making great money in crypto without having to do any work at all. If you haven't gone onto the site, pause the video, read it now, see what it's all about. Because right now, if you don't have a portfolio sorted, you're in the perfect sort of opportunity. Because in a month, 6 weeks, we're going to start seeing these markets moving once again. Markets will be rallying, but we've got at least the rest of the month where it's going to be pulling back into the side. So it's the perfect opportunity to sort your portfolio. If you want to make that easier on yourself, join up at copymycrypto.com, guys. Now let's talk Genesis. So launched during the bull cycle of 2017, rallied pretty well, hit a new high in the 2021 cycle, dropped to meager prices, like $10 at some points in 2019 and 2020, and hit highs of over $600, so like a solid 60x there. Hit $1,088. $1,088 in November of 2021. Now, you might be wondering, why was that? Why did it blast in November of 2021? Well, that was when both the XDAI and Genesis DAO community voted to combine their ecosystems to create the Genesis chain, which has become an Ethereum forerunner companion that addresses scaling issues through their engineering. That caused this enormous spike. Now, I think this year we can see Genesis beating that, at the very least $1,000. Genesis has built a decentralized infrastructure on Ethereum. The mission has always been centered around experimentation and building decentralized infrastructure for Ethereum. When Genesis was founded in 2015, it focused on building prediction markets to enable worldwide access to accurate info. While creating the prediction market, it became clear Genesis needed to build the infrastructure required to support it. So rather than trying to push forward in something that wasn't going to be able to be used and enjoyed to the level it was required, they built the infrastructure that can allow for it. So Genesis Safe, for example, was born out of necessity. They operate a DAO, which provides infrastructure for various dApps and builds products to transparently guide decisions on the development, support, and governance of their ecosystem. It was launched under Consensus Inc., which is obviously one of the most well-known, if not the most well-known, Ethereum-focused software. 2 years later, in 2017, the project won funding and became independent. It launched the native token in April the same year. The core team is led by Martin Koppelman, who's CEO and co-founder, Stefan George, CTO and co-founder, and Dr. Friedrich Ernst. All of which have quite a lovely resume. Now, one thing that is so bullish on Genesis is just a tiny ass supply. Only 3 mil. There'll only ever be 3 million tokens. So even if it hits, or when it hits $1,000 a coin, it would be a 3 billion market cap, which is not that high when you realize how significant the ecosystem is becoming. It's also worth noting the amount of holders here. So let's get Ardiscan, Block Scout, and OK Link up. So OK Link, well, we may as well start with Etherscan. Etherscan, 20,000 holders. You've got 1,000 on Arbitrum. You've got 31,000 on Genesis chain. And who cares about OK Link, really? But let's see if we can find holders. I imagine there's none, isn't there? Oh, 20,000. 20,000. So 20,000, 40,000. What's that? 41,000. Yeah, so about 72,000 holders. 72,000 holders. So it's a good little, like a good range of holders there for a coin with the market cap that it's got. And remember, there's only again, going to ever be 3 million tokens in the ecosystem. The whole premise is, again, it's an Ethereum sidechain that is secured by over 200,000 different validators. The chain itself, very goddamn strong, and they're really growing it. Gas on Genesis paid for an XDAI as well, so it separates the tokens quite nicely. The ecosystem of Genesis chain as well is starting to look stronger and stronger and stronger. Overall, obviously, I still think there is, compared to the other projects, like the other layering solutions or sidechain, however you want to define it, layering solution I tend to use, of Ethereum, this is obviously small, but with the incorporation of XDAI, this has grown stronger. DeFi wise as well, you know, Aave are involved, Balancer, you've got plenty of good quality DeFi projects within Genesis. You're not going to get many games, only 3 as of right now, and I don't think we're looking at games here, not really. This, to me, is more likely to be a perfect sort of system with regards to Ethereum, for providing more and more infrastructure and more ways for anyone to use Ethereum with a cheaper outcome, especially as XDAI is used as the source of payment. I think this is actually, like, they should be aiming to widen massively to the strongest DeFi projects. And as they do, I think this will surge. I think we're inevitably going to hit $1,000. I think 2,000 is actually very, very legitimate as a price that could be hit. Because again, even if 2,000 came, if it hit $2,000, it's still $5 billion. Is $5 billion as a market cap unreasonable? No, it isn't. 1,000's the target, but it isn't that far to price discovery mode. It's about 8% rise from there to price discovery mode, and then it can blast once again. But they've got an infrastructure that's perfect for new and up-and-coming projects. And one thing that's going to be very, very important for Genesis is what projects launch on there as experiments that could bring additional value to the Ethereum ecosystem. If we start seeing projects pop off that do really, really well, whether it's NFT based, which obviously brings surges of volume, or whether it's some meme coin. I don't think meme is where they want to go. I think that's a fad. But if you get the right NFT, and even though I'm not a fan of NFTs, the right NFT, and it gets the right attention, this could blast. Even if it's just the connections with the strongest DeFi projects, is enough to kick this on. That circulating supply is tiny. It's brilliant. And it's never going to get higher than 3 million. So the potential to rise to over $1,000 to maybe even $2,000 is huge, especially if they solidify themselves with the DeFi protocols around. You know, again, the opportunity to pay for transactions with XDAI, I think, is a brilliant idea in terms of just leveraging off the loss of Genesis as a token as well. I think that gives a lot of people a reason to want to use it. It's just whether or not they do. But effective marketing and on-ramping as many top tier projects as possible that have high trading volume is the best way for Genesis to build value long term. And if they do, yeah, $1,000, maybe $2,000 is on the cards. Could it do more? I think this year it would be hard to, but anything's possible in crypto. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is a $2,000 coin? Do you think it's just not going to get anywhere close? Do you think I'm underestimating it and it's going to hit 10,000? Where do you stand? Let me know in the comments down below. Guys, if you want to make the same profits as me in this bull cycle, you can do. All you have to do is head over to copymycrypto.com and join up. That's the site I run where I share my entire portfolio with my members. If you join today, you'd see my whole portfolio. Whenever I buy or sell any coin, I let my members know what coin I'm buying, the price that I'm buying it at, the percentage of my money I'm putting in. When I sell a coin, I do the same thing. I let my members know what coin I'm selling at and at what price. My members get out of coins at the same price. So all work's removed, they make the same profit, and they don't even have to think about it. Go onto the site, see what the members have made. There's a reason that there are thousands of members on the site. It's because of those profits. You'll see all the things I've said in the past, the successes the members have had in the past as well. It's all public record, so you can verify it. Now is the time to get your portfolio sorted, because in a month's time, market's going to start moving once again, and then you're going to be missing out on profits that you could have had. So have a read through the site, test it out, and I'll see you there. Take care. Bye-bye.